What up, y'all? Tim Z here, back at it again like you can always expect, and today I'm gonna be comparing two of the best baby bottle washers on the market. On the right, I have the Grownsy. There's a lot of new features with this one. We're gonna get to see it. On the left, we have the Momcozy. Been on the market for a long time, right? But both of these bottle washers are great, but we're gonna find out which one is better. I tested these two bottle washers side by side, and the Grownsy really surprised me. Stay tuned, and we're gonna go over the cleaning capabilities of both of these bottle washers and all the features that they have. Now we're gonna go over the setup of both of these bottle washers, the Grownsy and the Momcozy. They're both very easy to set up. It's really basically the same setup. Let's get right into it. Now we're gonna go over the setup of both of these machines. It's really easy to do, all right? We're gonna start off with the Grownsy. All right, guys. So I'm gonna hold it up because it's easy to see. You got really two things to hook up, and it's really simple. Over here, you have the outlet for the drain tube, and that is really easy to install. All you do is you take your drain tube and you stick it right here into the hole. All right, guys. As you can see, it was so easy. I can do it while holding the whole machine up, all right? And here's the other end. You're gonna use these suction cups and stick it to the inside of your sink. Really simple, all right? Next, you just plug in the unit to the wall. It doesn't get any easier than that. And for the setup of the Momcozy, it's exactly the same. A drain port and the plug. And right now, I'm gonna show you one of the great features about the Grownsy. So most baby bottle washers on the market have a reservoir that looks like this, right? You fill up the water, you grab it, and you put it on the back of your machine. Well, the Grownsy has a handle. It's got a handle that swivels, and it tucks to the side when you don't need it. It just hangs on the side like that. But when you need to pick it up, look at this. I could walk around the mall with this. I wouldn't do that, but I could. It's just so easy to pick up and hold and slide onto the machine instead of holding the reservoir with two hands and sliding it on. You're less likely to spill the water. Now I'm gonna show you how to install the reservoir. So the Grownsy, all you have to do is slide it right on the back, like so. For the Momcozy, grab the reservoir, and you slide it onto the back. They look the same, everything functions relatively the same, but what you will see on the side that's different is the Grownsy has a viewing display window on the side. You can see your bottles, your nipples, your baby, whatever you put in there, spoons, anything you wash, from the side to see if it's coming out clean. There's a window right here, and it's on both sides. You can see right through the machine. You see my hand? This one, the Momcozy, you only could view the bottles from the top down, all right, which is kind of difficult to look at. This window is a really cool feature. Now we're gonna test the cleaning ability of these two machines. Now to keep this test perfectly fair, we're gonna be using all dirty bottles. All of them got milk in it, whatever is in there. I mean, like all of them got milk in it, right? Milk. I don't wanna drop these on the floor, the glass, milk. Oh, I just dropped plastic. Okay, I'm gonna put this down now. Oof. They're all dirty, and I'm gonna be putting them into both of these machines now. Now we're here in handheld mode, so we can take a look inside the chamber. Really hard to take a look in the cleaning chamber with a tripod. Now this is the Grownsy. Take the lid off. This is a full load, guys. All right, so we're really testing this thing out to its potential. Oh, and one thing about this is, if I turn off this light, do you guys see that? It has a built-in LED in the chamber, so you can see in the dark. But full load, dirty bottles and toothbrushes and everything. Fully loaded, both of them. The really cool thing about the Grownsy is It's got a light. We're gonna test it out right now. All right, turned off the light. Studio light is off. Look at this. Come on, it's such a cool light. The power button is gonna be on at all times so you can see the machine, but once you lift this lid, looks like something out of a movie or something. But the other one, you're gonna be fumbling in the dark, right? My camera is pretty good, so you can see in the dark still, but look at this light. That's pretty amazing, guys. Makes it easier to not wake up your baby if for some reason they're sleeping near your kitchen, right? You're probably not keeping this in your bedroom, but I guess you could because it's pretty quiet out here. And this one, you're not gonna be able to see in the dark. All right, next step is to put in the detergent. Now, the Grownsy, they actually are very generous with the starting package. So to get you started, they give you 2 bags of detergent, right? That's 30 tablets each, 60 total. And they also give you this descaling tablet bag. I will be going over this soon. This is for cleaning out the machine. There's a really cool cleaning feature on the Grownsy coming up. But anyways, we're gonna use 1 tablet per machine. It's compatible for both of these machines. So we're gonna just drop it in. Make sure it goes down to the bottom, okay? So when you drop it in, you prefer to do it when there's no bottles, right? But I'm gonna do it right now. All right, that's in. And the other one, okay, that's in. Now, we're gonna be going over the running cycles of both of these, the cleaning cycles. The whole reason why we're doing this video is to test its cleaning ability. Now, we're gonna make sure everything is on and situated nicely. All right, the lid is on, the light turned off. You know that's when it's on properly. That's another great feature about this. You know your lid's on when your LED light is off. We're gonna be doing standard. So standard, we're gonna do drying and storage. We're gonna leave the night light on. We're gonna do sterilization, which is the steaming cycle. All right, we're gonna run those. If you guys don't have a lot of time, you can do fast instead of standard. And there's that self-cleaning button for the descaling tablet, but we're not doing that right now. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do standard, sterilization, drying and storage, and keep the night light on because it's a cool feature. I'd always have that on. And on the Momcozy, we got very simple panel here. We have just normal storage, steam, right? There's no self-cleaning, which is like a 10-minute cycle on the Grownsy. It works great. And what self-cleaning does with the descaling tablet is to clean out all the dried milk and residue inside the machine, inside the tubes and all that. One thing the Grownsy can do that the Momcozy can't do is change its modes while the machine's running. So if you decide, oh, I want to change, I don't want it to be standard anymore, I want it to be fast because I'm running out of time, then you put fast. All right, we're gonna run them both now. We're gonna do Grownsy, press the power play button, play pause, look at that. You guys see that? The blue light is on, so you guys can see inside easily. Look at that, it looks so cool. It looks like a refrigerator. All right, now the Grownsy is running. It's very quiet. It's not gonna wake up the baby. Now both of these machines are running through their cleaning cycles. They're gonna go through steam and drying. And there's my cat. Very cute. On the heating cycle, the light turns like an orange color and you can see it from the side. What a cool feature. All right, there's no light on the Momcozy. You're gonna need to turn on the light to see what you're doing. If you're gonna unload everything, you don't even need to turn on the light in the room because there's a LED light right on the inside. All right, first we're gonna take a look at what the Grownsy did. Look how clean everything came out. Everything looks great in here. Crystal clear. Very clean. Now we're here on the Momcozy. All right, that's pretty clean. Got some watermarks on this one actually. Overall, top rack looks acceptable. The glass looks good. There's some water puddled up on this one. The nipple looks pretty good here. Got some spots. The bottles look good. I really like these bottle washers because they both can handle 8 bottles if needed. Nowadays, there are many baby bottle washers on the market, and for the most part, they all clean well. there's something that most of them did not address that Grownsy has, and that is being able to maintain your machine and keep it clean so that it keeps performing like it did on day one and keeping all your baby bottles clean. There's a self-cleaning button. We're going to turn that on. The self-cleaning takes roughly 10 minutes and then the drying will start. Now, Grownsy provided the descaling tablets. So you put the tablet all the way on the bottom like so. Here is our reservoir. And I'm going to drop it in the back. We're going to go here and press the start button. And just like that, it's cleaning your machine inside and out through all the tubes and everything down there. Look at that. You can see it happening. For something that I'm using every day, easier maintenance is a real advantage. It's such a great thing to have, to just be able to maintain the machine without thinking too hard. And here we're at the conclusion of the video. Do you guys know which bottle washer you guys would pick? I know which one I would pick for sure. Can you guess? I would pick the Grownsy right here. There's a few reasons why I would pick the Grownsy. First of all, in the cleaning test, I felt like the Grownsy did a better job than the Momcozy. The Momcozy still did a great job at cleaning, but it had more water stains. There was water still puddled up in parts of the machine, on the bottles. The Grownsy had less water inside still. It was dry, it dried better. There was less water stains. Number two, the self-cleaning cycle on the Grownsy that the Momcozy doesn't have is so convenient. The best bottle washer isn't just about which one cleans your bottles. They both clean the bottles. It's about the one that makes your everyday life easier. And the self-cleaning cycle helps you maintain your bottle washer without even thinking about it. You just drop the descaling tablet into the chamber, fill up the water, and not to mention, nice little handle back here. It just makes it so convenient to lift up the reservoir, drop the tablet in, run it. In 10 minutes, it's gonna finish the cycle and it's gonna start drying. That's so convenient to keep your bottle washer running at its peak. Number three, the night light. All right, the night light just glows. You know how well the night light works? You don't even need to turn on the lights in your room. You can just open the lid and the light's on. During the heating cycle, the light's on. When it was washing, the light stayed on too. The button's right here. This is how bright the night light is. You see that? And you can see it through the window too. Let's see how much you can see. You can see my hand in there. You don't need a light to use this machine. You can use this in the dark. If your kid's sleeping near the kitchen and you got this in the kitchen, you can do that. And last but not least, number four, the reason why I would choose the Grownsy is the visible cleaning window. So this window on the side, you can just see everything inside. Look at that. If you can see my hand, you can see the bottles being cleaned and the water going through it. Some people like to watch their bottles being cleaned. It's like some people like to watch their clothing spin around in the washing machine. It's such a nice feature to be able to see through it, the light overall. It's like a really top of the line bells and whistles feature to have that not all machines have. Nowadays, a lot of machines clean well, right? Maybe not as good as the Grownsy here, which just outperformed the Momcozy a little bit, but the light, the self-cleaning cycle, all these extra features just proves that Grownsy never stops innovating on their product. If you guys want to pick up the Grownsy bottle washer, I'll leave a link in the description with my code. And if you guys want to support my channel, please do use my link and the code and purchase this Grownsy bottle washer. It helps support me and the channel and allows me to keep spending time doing videos like this. Grownsy is really going to help me get back more of my time so I can spend it on other things like playing with my kid and playing pickleball. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please check out Grownsy. Link and everything will be in the description, like I said. Follow me on Instagram, TimZUSA. Until next time, Tim Z out.